So, I got to experience something super freaking cool on my birthday. Yeah. I turned 31 on Thursday. So my weeks have all kind of run crazy. We bought the toter home, had 5 weeks to do a complete build out on the inside, and it's been up all night, working all day, running the shop, home at night, working on toter home till all hours of the night, every weekend working on the toter home. And in the middle of this, my brother got married,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I got a phone call a week or so before my birthday from an ex, I wouldn't say ex-friend because she's still a friend of mine, a friend I've not talked to for quite some time, and says, "Hey, Cody, I'm a teacher at Diedrich High School or Diedrich Grade School, and the kids wrote letters to the principal about things they want to learn about, and ATVs and motorcycles was one of them." Well, that's cool, and kind of wondering where she's going with this conversation. She says, "Would you be willing to come to the classroom and talk to the kids about ATVs and motorcycles?" And honestly, I was right away. I was like, absolutely, no problem. So I sent her an email back, and I said, "I will do this under one circumstance," and I said, "I want to be able to ride my motorcycle into the school." And she kind of laughed, and she said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely, I'm serious."
Oh, yes.
So after talking to the principal, the superintendent, they approved it, and I got
burnouts in the hallways.
Yes, I got to bring my motorcycle into the grade school, into the kids' classroom, and on my birthday, which was just totally awesome, and seeing the kids' eyes just so big and so excited to see something so different and so new in their school. Like, this is just something that you don't see, or it's not really allowed, anymore. And that was cool. And thank you, Diedrich School, for letting me have the opportunity to do that. I hope we can do it again. I hope other schools maybe will tag on a list and to do others. I'm a firm believer that a trait in a trade school and something like that is a very, very beneficial thing for kids. And teachers now, I think, are seeing that and kind of pushing their students that way. But it was just it was more rewarding. It was just as rewarding for me to be able to ride my motorcycle into the school as it was for the kids to be able to see me, in the school. And it was definitely a very neat experience, and super, super stoked I got the chance to do it. And I think I probably had just as much excitement as they did. It's like a lifelong dream to, ride your motorcycle down the hallway kind of thing.
What kid who rides motorcycles, ATVs, UTVs, whatever, didn't dream of riding it through the school one time while you're stuck there listening to a teacher go on about something?
Yeah, it's like it's at a golf course. I've always had a dream to just get on a golf course and do, because it's kind of flowy and loamy and it'd be a good time. But it was really neat. The experience I got from that, and the kids, they're so welcoming, and honestly, some really good questions asked, and I think the kids got a lot out of it. I mean, I think it's something that a lot of those kids will never forget, from here on forward. I don't quote me, I think it was third grade.
Okay. Oh, I think it'd be a great thing. I mean, I know that I never had that kind of thing happen in my school, but they're doing away with a lot of shop classes and stuff like that simply because of money and everything else. And this is something that, while I know it's not a full class that's devoted to motorcycles or whatever, it's at least introducing people to it and showing them, hey, there's a career to be had in this.
Yeah, we talked about the aspect of the fun of riding motorcycles and ATVs. We talked about the career side of motorcycles and ATVs. Then we talked about the safety side of motorcycles and ATVs. We at an hour, I think she told me there was like 60 kids, and I just know I've taught some safety classes in the past that the smaller groups for a shorter time frame is better than a big group at a long time frame. Mm-hmm. So I asked her if we could do 3 groups at 15 minutes apiece, something like that, and it was probably about 20 to 30 minutes apiece. We did like 3 different groups of the 60 kids, and it was great. I mean, we got a lot of one-on-one interaction. I had some trivia for the kids. I asked them, and gave some motorcycles away to kids who got stuff to ride. It was just a really good, really, really good way to spend your 31st birthday, I'll tell you that.
It sounds like it was a blast, and I would love to see more schools do that, especially local businesses. Like, I mean, you have a big presence here in Effingham.
Yeah.
That then people can realize that it's not some faraway business that's way off there that I have no chance of attaining anything like that. I mean, you're a local guy who just started business.
Doing what you love,
Yeah.
I think that's something that Diedrich is working on as a whole is getting other things in. I know one of the things that kids was telling me they want to know about rodeo and they want to know about driving and stuff like that. And these are different things that are going to bring different people, different speakers in a different time to spend an hour with them to talk about it. And I'll tell you, those kids are going to get more out of that hour of learning about something they want to hear about than anything. I think it'll make them pay more attention in the rest of the day. Yeah. So
well, because if you tell a kid, okay, to become a motorcycle business, we'll just call it that, because these are young kids. If you want to become that, you need to get good at math, and you need to become
spelling. That's something that I'm very weak at. Yeah.
But I mean, there's all these. Okay, this is your path to do it, and if you tell them that, I agree. I think they'd be like, okay, I have to pay attention during math, and I have to learn
how to spell.
Some of the spelling stuff, and I have to learn how to interact with people well and have good customer service if I want to have a business that's I think it teaches them these are the skills that you need, these are the tools that we're teaching you, and this is how they apply in life, not just here's English, here's math, here's science.
Yeah, and that's the educational side of things, and then on top of that, we talked a lot about the safety, and I teach safety classes, and the thing I hear all the time is, well, mom and dad won't buy me a helmet. My mom and dad won't buy me a helmet. You know what I mean? And to get the kid to understand that how a helmet helps you, and if a helmet doesn't fit you right, it doesn't protect you the same way as a helmet that will fit you correctly, and things like that. And teaching these kids this, it educates the student or the child just as much, to want to perform and do things the correct way. And it was just a really, really great experience that I needed to share with somebody. I think I've been telling you since the day we did. Like I gotta talk about this. It was awesome. I hope I'm welcome back next year, which I think I definitely will be, and maybe some other schools will tag along and do the similar thing, and we can do this in more than one.
Yeah, hit up some local schools maybe and see if
absolutely
they have openings that they could fit us in. Do stuff like that. That'd be great. And I fully agree with the helmet thing. I've said it for years, riding motorcycles and racing from cars to side-by-sides and everything else. When you have a good fitting helmet that suits you well, like it fits your head shape well, and your harnesses fit you well, and you got everything set, you're more apt to wear them. Absolutely. They're going to protect you better. Mm-hmm. It makes what is perceived as a very dangerous sport not near as dangerous, because, I've rolled things over before, and when you're strapped in correctly with the correct safety equipment, really, the chances of getting hurt are minimalized.
Absolutely. They definitely are. And that's one thing that, talk about a helmet that fits you correctly and it's comfortable for you. I had an option this past weekend to wear a half helmet, and I chose to wear my full helmet because it's more comfortable on me than my half helmet is.
Yeah.
And I knew I'd have the helmet on for hours at a time, so I chose that route. And I honestly couldn't even told you I had a helmet on most of the weekend.
Right.
It's just second nature to me.
And people think also that it has to be a super expensive helmet to fit you well, but that's not the case.
No, not at all. And honestly, the helmets in today's age, the helmets are designed so much lighter and better cooling and things like that. They are much more comfortable than what your old helmet used to be. You can get in a good helmet for $75. I mean, that's you can't hardly drive to the ER for $75.
No. So and the helmets now come in different shapes where they fit a more round head, a more narrow head, whatever. Yeah. The different shapes of head, like manufacturers are creating these to fit better instead of here is a helmet to cover your head.
That's super round and exactly. So
they're making much better.
It was super cool. I had an absolute blast. I took that same motorcycle to Moab with me, but it was just really, really neat to be in the classroom with it and to interact with the kids the way we did and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Yep, definitely look forward to maybe getting with some other places and get that done. We'll get in there and record while we're in there.
There you go,
Like that.
You
can see the little kids' faces.
You can see their eyes when you come rolling in on a motorcycle. It's a game changer. Some of them are like afraid. Some of them are like, "Holy cow, what's going on?" It's definitely brings some excitement to a child's day. I think, because even kids that don't even care about motorcycles, not even something that's on their radar. The change in the normal day-to-day activity that something like that brings was crazy.
Yeah. So, awesome. Glad you got to do it, and let's hope there's more of them coming in the future.
Absolutely.